I just say what a thrill it is to be here for all of us. Can you imagine half a century ago, this wonderful story was launched with the brilliance of these writers and the brilliance of all the actors who took part in it. Whether it was one word or a lengthy speech, these scenes, these dramas, these adventures were written by these wonderful people who created a magic which has been worldwide and will continue to be worldwide fame. So my name, as I say, is Jack Mackenzie, and my agent rang me and said, I've got a little part for you at Pinewood. It's only one day, and that was in January of 1974. And I was still there 6 months later.
Mr. Nick Tate.
Yes. Mr. Nick Tate, it's only been 50 years. How are you?
It's only been 50 years, great man. You're Jack, right?
Yeah, I am. You came to my flat in Barnes. We sank a few bottles of wine.
Never seen the guy.
I'll hand you over to Nick Tate.
Very good. Oh, thank you. Right. What is this?
Unaccustomed as I am, this is a story that started 65 million years ago. A movie by Steven Spielberg, Jurassic Park.
Yes. Wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see everybody. It's terrific.
Schell, everybody.
Yeah.
You want to talk? What? I can sit and talk?
Of course you can.
Lovely.
Catherine, who mystified us and entranced us in every episode.
All right.
You sit in that one, I sit in this one.
Here we go.
We made it!
A successful landing.
It's a microphone.
It's a microphone.
She's a doll. She was always wonderful and still is.
And so are you.
Yeah.
Yes, anyway, lovely to see you, to have you here. Very happy. I'm grateful because it's a good audience, you know. So, microphone. You heard me, didn't you? Even back there, you heard me? Yes. Actress. I have the voice.
You got a lot more than the voice, kid.
How do you know?
I got an imagination.
Fighters.
Who's next? Roy.
Next, we're going to bring out Yasko Nagazumi. Yasko Watson.
Say hello.
Here's the microphone down.
Oh, it is so nice to see all you people. It's so nice.
Use the
Yeah.
microphone. Carry it across the room.
Yeah. I'm living in Los Angeles for 50 years. It is so nice to see, to attend this Space 1999 gathering. It is so nice.
Thank you so much. It reminds me, we're talking about age and how times passed, and the late great George Burns, someone said to him, "Are you happy to be here, George?" He said, "At my age, I'm happy to be anywhere." Now, who do we have next on our panel coming across? Clifton, yeah. Wonderful. No, I'm not Richard Attenborough.
Come on.
He was a clever man.
I meant the one who's not now. What's his name?
What's David or Richard?
David.
David, no. I look at elephants, I don't talk about them. Have a seat and enjoy yourself and have a chat with everybody.
Can you make it down here?
Hi.
I want you here.
Oh, you, good God.
We went away to the south of France together, just the two of us.
Would you want to sit at the end? Is he?
Well, I'm up here. I want you next to me. People want you here.
All right.
Hello, Susan.
Hello, darling.
Clifton, I'll leave you to address your audience.
Oh, I don't know what to say. Well, I'm astonished that so many people have kept this program going all this time. You're wonderful. It is such a surprise to me every time they say there's another convention. I don't know what. I usually don't turn up because I don't know what to do. Anyway, it's lovely to see you all looking so cheerful and happy and here to celebrate a program that you obviously all enjoy very much and did. And thank you for keeping it going all this time. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's on. Oh, it is on. Hi. I can't believe how many people are here. It's amazing. Welcome. And I was able to get Clifton here and Quentin, which you all know.
The first run of this, Eagle 76, the Alpha edition, is on pre-sale from tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So if you want to grab one, then that limited edition is 311 units, would you believe? I can't think why. Individually numbered, certificate of authenticity, some behind-the-scenes access along the way when the actual production run comes together. I can see a hand in the air already.
Is there dynamic pricing?
Is there dynamic pricing? No, there is not. We're not doing Uber surge pricing or anything like that, don't worry.
Does the front connect with the back?
Oh, it does. Don't make it do it now. I'm too scared that it's going to play. But I have seen the front and back connect. So yes, it does all the stuff that the Mattel toy did, but more and in more detail. And you can see the action figures and the weapons racks and all the crazy stuff there.
Our #1 Eagle pilot, Chief Captain Alan Carter, Mr. Nick Tate.
Story, because 2 weeks later, I go down to meet the Andersons, and Sylvia Anderson. Oh, I come in and the casting director doesn't want me to meet them because he said you have to see me first, and I said, but I'm supposed to be seeing Sylvia. Bruce Ginchel said I was going to see her, and he said, well, I'm sorry, but the whole show's cast, so there's nothing for you. You're just wasting your time, and I make all the decisions about the casting anyway. So I said, well, can I? And anyway, he wouldn't let me go in. So I'm walking out and I'm seeing all these incredible, because they were already rehearsing the pilot. Instead of 2 weeks, it was going to be 6 weeks. And I saw all the sets and everything, and I walked past the door and it says Sylvia Anderson. And the door is open and she's in there on the phone. And I stop and I look at her, and he's going to me, come away from there, come away. And the woman goes, hello. And I said, Sylvia? And she goes, yes. I said, I'm Nick Tate, John Tate's son. Johnny Tate, come in. And he goes, no, Sylvia, sorry. No, come on, no. I said, no, it's all right. She says, all right, Michael. It's a friend of mine, go away. Michael goes away. He was furious. He hated me from the day he saw me. So Sylvia was lovely. She loved my dad. We talked about so much stuff. She was very interested in what I'd done in Australia. And she said, what a shame. I mean, he's right, the whole show's cast. Well, actually, one of the pilots dies in the explosion. We haven't cast that. There's not many lines, 1 or 2 lines. Be nice to have you along if you want. So would you like to do that? And I said, well, it looks really exciting to me. You know, I was set. She said, oh, come and I'll take you for a walk. She took me around and introduced me to everybody, and I was blown away by the sets, and I'm thinking, God, I'd love to be in this, but I'm going to die in the first episode, and I might be, you know, the next Marlon Brando in the theater here, or a famous soccer player. I had these options going, and so I asked my agent, and he said, definitely don't do that American show. It's a transplant here. Sci-fi never works in England. Well, I said, what about Doctor Who? And it was a different thing. So, anyway, 1973, it was a long time ago. So I'm really torn, but I felt something about Space 1999, and I thought, maybe they'll like me and they won't want to kill me. So I said to my agent, he said, then I don't want to represent you, Nick, because you're making a big mistake. So I accepted Space 1999 without an agent.
And then I think we'll open it up to audience questions a little bit later on. But yes, we all know. Welcome. Thank you for coming. We are all grateful that you're here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. How does it feel to you to be at a convention again with all these people coming together to celebrate a show that you made decades ago?
It's very satisfying. It's very comforting.
Yes.
So, you know, I have nothing against it. You all look lovely. You all look very good and kind. So, you know, I'm very happy.
Good. So your first episode of Space 1999 was The Guardian of Peary.
Yeah.
And you played the servant of the Guardian, and that was your costume.
Oh God, yes.
So what do you remember about your costume?
No, I know. The front, okay, 2 things, and they were far too big. They gave me a big breasts, sorry, and but I mean, other than that, it was comfortable, so that's okay. My legs are all right. Yeah, very little I can say.
What else do you remember about the episode?
God,
You played a robot.
it's funny, isn't it? I played a robot, but you imagine immediately, yes, my name is Catherine. It wasn't like that. I played a normal person, and it was a surprise to me that I was a robot. You know, but anyway, I hope it worked, and I hope people liked it, so.
You liked it. And then you came back to play Maya.
Yes, that was in the following season.
Yes,
That's
what about the
right.
casting process for that?
There wasn't any. Well, there wasn't, because I was just telephoned by my agent. They're offering you the second series, that you're going to perform in the second series. And I mean, my agent wasn't able to tell me exactly what I was going to play. So she didn't say, you're going to be a robot, because I would have gone, you know, are you kidding?
Yes.
But anyway, so I mean, it did work out.
Good.
We sometimes have in the profession a lot of luck, you know, and that was one of the lucky things that happened. So I was very grateful.
Dr. Bob Mathias. Dr. Bob. Okay, and next I'm going to welcome Eagle pilot Bill Fraser, aka Mr. John Hug. And then lastly, I would like to welcome Yasko Nakazumi. Yasko. Thank you. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to ask the 3 of them different questions, and then what we'll do is we will open it up to questions from the audience as well. So I'm going to start with you, John. So in regards to being on Space 1999, how did it all begin for you as far as starting with the show?
Well, the interview for the job. Well, yes, I was called up for an interview for the part of Tony Verdeschi, which, as you all know, I didn't get. But thankfully, they didn't just say goodbye. They found some other creature that I could play. So that's how I became Bill Fraser, anyway. But
That the producer, the
Jerry Anderson.
Jerry Anderson and Sylvia Anderson contacted me through the agent, and then he said that we are looking for a Japanese actress who speak Japanese. That we have lots of Chinese actors, but they don't speak Japanese, and this part we need a Japanese speaking person and understand Japanese. And then that was a series called Protectors of Jerry Anderson and Sylvia, and that's how I started. And then that was I did with Robert Vaughan and Tony Anholt and me, and then as a running character, and then we were doing that. And then while I was doing it, Sylvia said years ago that there's a program called Space 1999 we are making, and then that this is the first year we are doing, but we would like you to come and work with us for the year 2 series. So that's how I came to work Space 1999.
Anton?
Yes.
And Anton, I would like to ask you how your beginnings and then how everything led to Space 1999 with you.
Okay. And so we were doing this play at the King's Head. And Michael Barnes, who's the casting director of Space 1999, came along to see another actor. He was also a friend of mine, actually, who we were neighbors. We lived on the same, not next door, but very near to each other. And he came to see John, and at the end of this very, very strange play, which I don't think any of us knew what the play was about. But we gave it our all, whatever it meant, whatever we're doing. We looked as if we knew what we were doing, which is the important thing, really. And at the end of it, he invited me to come to Pinewood Studios to meet Sylvia. And I thought, oh, yes, certainly. So I pitched up at Pinewood and met Sylvia and had a lovely chat with her. And she said, well, would you like to do one of these episodes that we're doing? And I said, yes. I'd quite like to do it. So it was then into wardrobe for costume fitting and everything. And within a few days, I was on set, meeting Lee Katzen, yes, the director of that first episode. And after that, they said, well, look, would you like to do the rest of this? And I said, yes.
Oh, you should have brought your little set piece. Yes. The rest of it.
It's not about the same. I'll do that.
How can you take payment? Cash. You only got cash here, right? Okay. That's not this isn't cheap.
Left about 2 minutes. Yeah, no, these are in there. These are brand new. At least for this event.
We might have in about 2 minutes. Alright, so you can tell you what everything.
feel that Star Wars owes a great debt to you because
Oh, sorry, a bit louder at the back there,
do
please.
you feel that Star Wars owes a great debt to you because George Lucas said he wanted to do a sci-fi film, and only when he saw 2001 did he think it was possible. But then all of the laser battles and all that kind of thing that went on, the action adventure that went on in Star Wars, surely owes its origins to Space 1999, where you've got those laser battles working.
Oh, well, when we were on Space 1999, Peter Beale from 20th Century Fox called me and said he'd like to come down to the studios and see what we were doing. And he was going to bring some people with him. And he brought an English effects man called John Steers, and he brought 2 Americans. The 2 Americans asked me all sorts of questions. Why was I doing it multiply exposed? Why wasn't I using motion control? Why wasn't I doing this? Why wasn't I doing that? And that turned out to be George Lucas and Gary Kurtz. And George asked me if I would do the first of a series of films. He was going to make 9 of them, and it was called The Star something or other. And I said, yesterday I just signed with Jerry Anderson to do the 2nd series of Space 1999, and I couldn't go back on that. And I'm really glad actually, because I'm not sure I would have done very well with the first Star Wars, but the 2nd one with Empire. We got it all together then. Well, there we go.
Okay, again, I just want to thank everybody for being a part of this special event. We're officially doing our closing ceremonies right now, so we want to make sure we have everybody here. I mean, you've come from literally all over the world to be here to make this happen. And sometimes we do this on an annual basis. Sometimes we do this on a every 2 years, 3 years. But whatever the time frame may be, we all stay connected, and that's the most important thing. When you think about it, Space 1999 literally premiered. It's coming up on the 50th anniversary of the premiere next year in September of 1975. But the show was actually in production now 50 years ago. So we are celebrating the 50th anniversary as we speak, which makes that much more special. 48 episodes that have endured and have really touched us in so many different ways. There's so many aspects of the show that really mean so much to us and continue to mean so much to us. And it's really like a family that this has become, not only with us, but with the actors and the production crew and everyone that was a part of the series back in 1973 to 1976. So for all of that, thank you very much.